Hi guys, just a quick one. Mrs. Dunn has asked me to just drop you a message and to explain how the last 10 weeks had affected me. Now, my name's Tom. I drive for a local parcel company called Hermes, and over the last 10 weeks, I have found myself increasingly more tired as the days go on. The reason for it, over the last 10 weeks, the government decided that they was going to change the driving regulations, which means that throughout the day, you don't no longer have to drive 9 hours. You could drive 11 hours in a day. And up until the beginning of May, you could drive that every day all the way through. Now, for the last month, they have reduced it a little bit. They said that you can only drive 11 hours 3 times a week. But even still, you do find that quite strenuous once you're doing it. The reason for it is that normally for the long distances you do have 2 people in a cab, and the 2 people take it between themselves and they drive it as far down as you can and then drive it back up, and it means that you can get parcels a lot further. But then you will also find that throughout the COVID-19 that's not been allowed to happen due to social distancing. Now, personally, I've enjoyed it. I do enjoy a challenge once it comes to life, and I did come into this job a bit naive, thinking that lorry driving was going to be easier. But over these last 10 weeks, it has opened my eyes onto just how strenuous it can be. Now, personally, how it's affected me. The main thing that's affected me is the fact that you can't go to the supermarket without a queue. Once you finish a 15-hour shift and you're back in work in 9 hours, the last thing that you want to do is be stood in a queue trying to just get something as simple as cereal just to eat before you go to bed or for once you wake up. But I found myself not being able to be in for delivery time, so I couldn't get a slot for online shopping, so I couldn't do my shopping online, and I had to find myself relying on people to do my shopping for me while I was out working. Now, with the social distancing side of things, you do find it hard as a lorry driver to do it. The main thing for me, all I did was I carry a bottle of hand sanitizer. I bring some Dettol just to clean my steering wheel, clean everything that I'm touching in my cab, because different people are in my cab every day. So I make sure I clean my work area. And then once it comes to meeting people, I try and stay as far away as I can. Once I'm getting paperwork signed, I'll leave it on a desk and ask them to sign it, and I'll go back to it. And little things like that have helped over the last 10 weeks. Now, once it comes to the sheer volume of what we've been sending or what we've been delivering, because people aren't allowed out, it has meant that everyone's been ordering online, and record numbers have gone through Hermes. For instance, one of my local runs, their depot normally does about 7,000 to 8,000 parcels a day, and they've been dealing with numbers from 40 to 50,000 parcels a day on a daily basis for the last 10 weeks. It's not slowed down. Now, hopefully, now that it's starting to get a little bit lifted, things will lighten up. But as it stands, I'm still working 5 days a week. I'm doing 70-hour weeks, and it's just been a bit emotional, to be honest. I don't know how else to put it. I have an emotional roller coaster with it. I love my job, although I do find it strenuous. I enjoy being out on the road, seeing new things, seeing places that I've not been, and that side of it is fantastic. But once it comes to being stuck in a wagon for 15 hours a day, and then you get home, and on your day off or your 2 days off, you find that you're stuck in another place, that's the part that is challenging. So the one thing that I have seen which makes you feel a little bit appreciated, over the last 10 weeks, every Thursday you do see people on bridges clapping. It does go to show that although I am doing a job, and I do consider it just doing my job, it shows that you are appreciated for what you do, and to be honest, I do appreciate it. Now, that is a little bit into the insight of being a lorry driver, and I hope it is informative, and I hope Mrs. Dunn appreciates this video.